Honkai Star Rail just dropped their 3rd anniversary update, and somehow the biggest winner out of all of this is Welt, a character that up until now basically never saw the light of day on most teams. But after all of these buffs, he's looking way stronger than expected. Strong enough to the point I kind of want to test something. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're taking Welt, turning him into a main DPS, and seeing just how far we can push him with these new buffs. As for what buffs Welt has received in 4.2, Welt has a new debuff, which is Weightless. Welt will be able to inflict Weightless onto enemies after using his ultimate, and this will delay enemies' action, as well as reduce their speed. And when enemies in the Weightless state are attacked, their action will be further delayed. Enemies in the Weightless state will also have their defense reduced by 40% as well, and then if we have E4 Welt, now their ult type resistance is also reduced by an additional 30%. And another perk of the Weightless state is that when allies attack enemies in the Weightless state, their damage dealt will increase by 10%, and this can stack up to 10 times, which means 100% damage boost right there. The thing is, Welt himself can take advantage of these buffs and use it to his advantage to deal more damage himself. Alright, step 1, we need to change Welt's build. Right now, I have more of a support build on Welt, so we need to change this so that he is a main DPS. We're going to go with the 4-piece Pioneer, and we're also going to go with 2-piece Rootlet. I'm going to be focusing on getting him a nice amount of crit rate, crit damage, and when it comes to our team, I'm thinking of pairing Welt alongside Sparkle, Cerydra, and Tribbie. Sparkle is going to be able to increase Welt's crit damage, advance him forward by 50%, allowing him to nicely take advantage of attack boots. She can recover 6 skill points for the whole team with her ultimate, as well as overflow skill points. Additionally, when an ally does consume a skill point, Sparkle will gain Figment, and with each stack, this will increase the damage taken by all enemies by 4%. This can stack up to 3 times, and this will allow our team to deal more damage. Sparkle will also be able to provide a nice attack buff for the team with her Trace Nocturne, increasing all allies' attack by 45%. She'll also be able to increase Welt's ult type Res Pen by 10% as well. Now, as for Cerydra, one of Cerydra's main benefits that she'll be able to provide Welt is the double skill. And as for our final slot, Tribbie. Tribbie will be able to increase all allies' ult type Res Pen by 24% with her skill, and with her ultimate, she'll also be able to increase enemies' damage taken by 30% with her ultimate zone. Additionally, with E1 Tribbie, we will also be able to take advantage of true damage as well. And after a couple of attempts of using this team, I quickly noticed an issue I was facing. Welt's skill has a bounce attack. The issue is I would get into this awkward situation where sometimes they would have a low amount of HP, but then the guard enemy would summon its little guard friends, and then with the bounce attack, I may actually miss the killing blow on both the robot and the guard. And when this happens, then I would move on to the next cycle. And since we're running attack boots Welt, essentially I would just have Sparkle push Welt. And Sparkle is able to go 3 times within the 0 cycle. So this would allow Welt to skill 3 times. But due to the RNG of the bounce attacks, this quickly became a pretty big issue as I did want to go into the Nikador phase within the 0 cycle. So I thought of a new idea. We're going to pair 2 imaginary friends together and use the Welt and Sunday duo. Sunday is going to be able to provide crit rate, crit damage, energy, damage boost, and 100% action advance. Essentially, I would have Welt at 134 speed or above, and then Sunday a little slower than that, so that Welt would attack, and then Sunday can immediately advance Welt forward to attack once again. And what's nice about Sunday is the extra energy will also allow Welt to use his ultimate more frequently as well. So with these adjustments, let's now try this team and see what we can do. Here we are with our team of Welt, Sunday, Tribbie, and Cerydra, and I believe in this team. I think we should be able to deal over 1 million damage with Welt. We're going to start off by using Cerydra's skill on Welt so we can get more points of charge and use the ultimate for the same reason. Now we're at 4 out of 6 points of charge, and with Welt, he is faster than Sunday, so we will attack with Welt, and when it is Sunday's turn, we can advance forward Welt once again, to attack more often. And boom, there we go with Tribbie. Now Tribbie's zone is active, so we will be able to deal even more damage onto these enemies. And with Tribbie here, I will have to basic attack, as I do have to be careful with my skill point usage with this team as well. So what we're immediately going to do is use the Welt ultimate and debuff all these enemies. They have their defenses reduced as well as their ult type resistance, and also give the buff with Sunday's ultimate to Welt. Now with Welt here, we can use our skill, and we also have the double skill. 1.2 million damage and another million damage right there with Welt. Now the ultimate, boom, 700,000 damage right there. And now with Cerydra, she's actually going to go twice in a row. I'm going to use this opportunity to get more skill points. And now with Welt, boom, there we go. This enemy is very low on HP, which is perfect as I can just skill here with Tribbie. And with Sunday, we can advance forward Welt, and the basic attack should be enough. So now we're on to the next wave here with Nikador. With Cerydra, I can just use her skill. We need more points of charge here. There we go. I'm currently out of 5 out of 6, so we will be able to take advantage of the double skill soon with Welt as well. Alright, with Tribbie here, I can just use the ultimate now that the spears are summoned, and with Welt, we are also going to use his ultimate as I want to inflict the debuffs onto these spears so that we can deal more damage. Alright, Welt time, there we go. Now we have the buff from Cerydra, and now with Sunday, we can also give even more energy to Welt. Tribbie's gonna come in, there we go. With Welt, boom, there we go, 2.3 and another 1.4. Now we can use the ultimate, and what, bam, there we go. We were able to defeat some of those spears right there. Majority of the spears are now gone. We can just use another Welt skill, and we can also just use the ultimate right here. I probably could have waited to basic attack perhaps with Tribbie instead there, but it is fine. We are getting a little low on HP, but with Welt, we should be fine. So with Tribbie, we can just basic attack once again, follow up with the ultimate, advance everyone forward, and with Sunday, we could just push up Welt again, and another Welt skill. There we go. What we're going to do is just keep attacking Nikador here, and we're also going to use the ultimate here with Welt. And boom, there we go. Tribbie ultimate, and now advance forward the entire team once again here. There we go. We could push up Welt. Now we're going to give the extra energy. Oh shoot, I just realized I should have used the Cerydra skill. Oh no, I needed to use her skill at least once, but I think Welt has this. Boom. Okay, Welt finished it off with his ultimate. That was great. I did do a little mess up there. I should have used the Cerydra skill because then we could have had the double skill and the ultimate, and we would have had that guarantee kill. But thankfully, just one skill and the ultimate was enough to finish off Nikador there, and we were able to get a 1 cycle clear. I do think if we perhaps tried to optimize it even more, we maybe could have gotten a 0 cycle. Unfortunately though, I don't have Cerydra's signature light cone. I would love her signature light cone for this particular run, as that would help with my skill point usage, but it is fine. Here is my Welt build for today. We did have to do just a little bit of adjustments just so I am faster now than Sunday. 136 speed on Welt, and then we have the 134 speed on Sunday. So Sunday will always be able to immediately advance forward Welt after Welt attacks, which is perfect. And we also have the signature. Traces max out except for basic attack, and then we're using Lushaka and Ordeal. Tribbie, we have DDD, and we have Lushaka and Eagle. And here is my Cerydra for today with Spartly, Vonwak, and then Ordeal. We could also use Lushaka as well on Cerydra, that'd be fine. And we also have, of course, the E0 Cerydra. And here is my Welt once again. Really happy with how much damage he was able to deal. My goal was probably around 1 million damage or higher, so I was really happy to see Welt do this. I do think I might want to do a similar video like this one, maybe for Seele as well. I will be uploading more videos for you all very soon, and I hope you all enjoyed today's video. And if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.